I've been minding my skin, it's getting thicker. Laying my feelings bare, I listen to Dionne Fisher. I'm seeing the bigger picture, to see and believing bigger. Acknowledging gifts and all of my blessings, I'm seeing Christmas. When you see me know I could've just been a product of my environment. Wishing but not desiring, wanting early retirement. Always had direction, so I would rather be Simon. Peers would undermine it, really they just admire.
Hi and welcome to an end of year special of At Your Big Age. I'm of course Dionne.
And I'm Kieron.
Guys, it's been a minute, but we are here with a live studio audience. Give us some noise.
Back.
So for this end of year special, what we're going to do, me and Kieron have no idea what question is going to get thrown out.
It's dangerous. It's how people get in trouble.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Brave.
Okay, so whoever wants to go first.
I don't all speak at the same time.
Innit?
Okay, alright, I'll go first. My topic is, are we ready to cancel Puffy now since the crap that he's been doing?
No, I'm not cancelling Puffy.
Because, you know, R. Kelly,
No.
Cosby.
Who told you we cancelled R. Kelly?
Yeah, no one cancelled. Oh, I haven't, but...
I play your songs loud.
Because you can do mad stuff, but you see, if we were to cancel Puff, you see the 90s. The 90s wouldn't be a thing, you know? Because if you really check it from 93 right the way through,
my birth year,
he had his
right.
he had a stamp on a lot of stuff, you know. Jodeci, Mary,
Mace,
Faith, Mace, Big,
Okay,
112.
but when we say stamp, because the thing is, Diddy made it appear that he did a lot of production and stuff like that when actually was Stevie J. What Puff
He
did,
orchestrated.
Okay, yeah, he orchestrated, granted, but could someone else
He
not have done that?
he invented the remix. He literally invented the remix. But who was remixing songs before Puffy started remixing, please? Who?
Please. Wasn't
Who?
Teddy Riley?
True.
Teddy Riley.
True. Yeah, true.
Man was the first one to introduce what's that auto-tune as well? Let's go there.
Tell me a Teddy Riley remix, please.
What, Rap Shakers and...
That wasn't a remix, that was the original song.
Yeah, but the remix to that.
Nah.
You know,
Puff invented the remix.
No, he done
No,
a lot.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, he done some stuff, man.
Let us go to TikTok to find out.
At the end of the day, the thing is, like, obviously, all these charges against him, and he paid up. What do you think about him, like, paying up so quick?
That's the American way, though, isn't
He's
it?
guilty, that's why.
Yeah.
That's the They'll pay up even if they'll just pay up for the sake. He's got money. They'll pay. That's just how it works.
Jamie Foxx didn't.
What did he do?
Well, apparently he done something to some girl.
Me never hear that part there.
Yeah, but he came out and said, "No, I'll take it all the way to court. I don't matter." So he will.
Kieron money, that's why.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Everything that we've been hearing about Puff, apart from the thing with Cassie,
We all knew anyway.
we've been hearing
Yeah,
about
facts.
things with
Facts.
R. Kelly
Let's be
Jr.
real, hold on. Let's be real. All our God, has any man actually come out and said Puff?
No.
Yeah, because they probably have NDAs.
No, but why?
NDAs, mate. Non-disclosure.
Yeah.
100%. Puffy's been paying that.
And the thing is, but what you have to remember is that, say for example, if you're a male prostitute, you're not going to speak because that's your job. If you're someone in the industry who is perpetuating themselves as a heterosexual man, you're not going to speak.
See, I raise up things I didn't even know where you're at.
Apparently he's doing the most still. He was doing a lot.
It's more than what you're saying.
He was doing bits.
It's a lot.
But you can't, I think, if a lot of
brothers have come out and said.
All the security guard, everybody come on.
Especially what they've seen.
Okay, this is my thing. If we're I have no objection to cancelling abusers. I have no objection. However, I feel like we need to be a little bit fair, because we can go back as far, if not even further, people like Elvis Presley,
Yes.
Marvin Gaye,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Quincy Jones.
Yep.
they all have their own stories.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan, he's such a letdown, man.
Morgan Freeman.
He's with his.
So I'm saying, like, yeah, it's a stepdaughter, and this is what you never knew, bro. And this is what I'm saying. If we could, what he did, marry his stepdaughter.
His adopted daughter.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
Do you see what I mean? So it's like
Morgan, man. Good old do the voice of God, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan. Everybody's favorite black granddad, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was doing some stuff, and you couldn't. It's mad because we make light of it and that, and it's not funny. I don't want to make it like it. Don't want to trivialize it, but if we were to really list, I bring up Michael Jackson all the time, but if we were to really list like our favorite celebrities that we grew up with and stuff, you got fond memories of. You went to a party, you danced to a Mary J. Blige song, Puffy made it, Michael Jackson did whatever, you saw him in concert, whatever. If we were to start dissecting a lot of it and saying, right, I'm not going to listen to that, I'm not going to watch that, we wouldn't have anything left.
Yeah, literally. Because even Mary J. Blige has got an allegation. Yeah.
Method Man, a woman just come forward last week, said Method Man punched her up in 90-something, and the police came and they managed to make it go away.
A couple people do.
Jay-Z, yeah, he stabbed.
No, that wasn't real.
He stabbed. He stabbed the record label man and just managed. And they managed to make it go away. No one talks about that. He almost killed him.
Yeah,
He almost killed him.
Allegedly.
Like, no, it's not allegedly. He almost killed him. It's a fact. It's not alleged. I don't like when people say allegedly. It happened. We all know it happened. No, it happened. No, it happened. It happened. It's not alleged. It happened. It's a fact. Yeah.
Allegedly, I saw it with my.
And they made it go away.
It could have been a role play.
They made it go away. So it's like, and even it's mad because even give it maybe 5-10 years, I honestly believe that here, because everything that's happening in America is happening from stuff that was like 20 years ago. You see here in 10 years, 15 years time, a lot of people are going to have a lot of things said about them. Oh, you did this in this change room and this happened and that, and it'll be the same conversation we're having with.
That's the question. So. The reason why I'm asking this is because when you're looking at the dates and times of the allegations, the difference in culture would have been different. So is it now because the way that sexual assault is now identified and explained different, why people now deem it as a sexual assault?
See, yes and no. Sorry, just catch me 1 second. Yes and no. So, for example, if we're going to talk about Marvin Gaye's time, at the time where he was having sexual relations with underage girls, it was still illegal. Now, maybe culturally, it wasn't maybe so much frowned upon on a universal level because obviously things have changed a lot, but it was still illegal. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, how far do we take this? You were talking about something earlier in terms of people like opting not to buy from Starbucks, McDonald's,
Barclays,
all this kind of stuff. So it's like, okay, well, what about the companies that are currently, taking the money from Africa and like in Sudan? Look how much things are going on.
Because you can morally object to a lot of stuff. You can morally object to sexual assault, child exploitation, people trafficking, and all of that. And there's probably companies that are actively doing all of them. But if you were to really say, I'm going to cancel Puffy because he did some things back in the day, you might as well cancel your banking. Don't buy. No, but it's true. Because, and I said this to someone earlier on, and they're telling me I can't say it, but you can't take a moral stand. If you're going to stand on something, stand on business, innit? Stand on your business. Like if you're gonna cancel Puffy, don't listen to MJ.
So it's not going to happen?
No, it's not. You can't. It's impossible. You can't do it.
We don't maintain the stances that we stand on because look,
we couldn't even boycott Balenciaga for no period of time. Everyone's gone back shopping.
Listen, don't you remember the little monkey?
Come on, man.
How many people are still going Henny's, please?
I don't.
Gucci. We could list them. Prada. The man from Cristal said he don't want black people buying his champagne.
I didn't buy it.
We don't want you driving our cars. You lower the tone here. Don't come in this club. Don't do this. So what? What are we gonna do?
Look at when you look at taking a knee, where people are not singing the national anthem. That's gone out the window too. So the thing is, we don't maintain our consistency in regards to the things that we lick out.
You know why? Because
you can't lick out against something and then all of a sudden,
it's performative.
Yes.
Exactly the whole concept of I hate cancelling. Oh, cancel culture. I'm going to cancel you. You're not cancelling shit, because next week 100 people will forget about it, and then the week after that it's 1,000 people, and then it's whatever, and by the end of the year everyone's shopping back in the shop.
Isn't Adidas back in Kanye?
Oh, come on, man. Like, come on, man. It's mad.
I think cancelling literally should just be from a personal perspective.
Yeah, you can't,
and you can't govern what somebody else chooses to do. I don't really feel like it's necessary to be a complete debate and discourse on, and people
you shouldn't be
on
you
social
can't
media.
Oh my god, you stand with abusers. No, I just like the man's music. He made good songs. Oh, you're against, you're not for women's rights, and you're not for, get out of here, man. It's nonsense.
I mean, is it a case of how horrific the crime is? Can someone give me an opinion on that?
People talk to their brethren that have killed people, and it's okay.
The man would say free him up.
Free up. No, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
No,
your friend killed somebody for no reason, and again, I'm not trivializing it because it's free. But your friend killed someone. Everyone's screaming out, "Free him!" Oh, the system, my backside. He killed someone. He's in prison. But you're going to scream "free up," but I can't listen to a Diddy album.
Does anybody in the audience disagree? And does anyone in the audience stand quite firmly in terms of, cancelling a particular individual, company or something as a result of some ill doing? Does anybody in the room?
I mean, I won't go into a West Indian shop round the corner because I don't like how they dealt with me. I haven't been there for 3 years. I don't know. Huh? No. In Grove. I stood on it. I haven't been there in 3 years. I refuse to go in there.
I don't listen to R. Kelly for that one reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sense of his crimes, what he's done. And I know MJ and everything else, and there's a lot of things going on. But it's
the words of the songs hit different now, isn't it? The words hit different. The words hit different.
Can I ask you a question? Are you still going to listen to Beres when he talks about "Hey little girl" each time you pass my way?
No, Beres is my uncle. We can't.
And see, this is where it starts getting complicated.
The man said he's tempted.
Then you're not going. Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. It's my uncle, blood.
Beres is. But the thing is, we don't know. We don't know that Beres. We don't know that.
But you see, the thing is, listen. At one stage, there was licking out against Bounty Killer because he impregnated a girl that was under the age. But when they looked back in 1983, the age of consent in Jamaica was 14. But when you look at the sexual assault now, the age, it's different.
Okay,
do you get what I mean? So when you're looking at time
yeah.
differences, the years changed. Do you get what I mean? So in eyes of today, he was a paedophile, but in eyes of 1983, he wasn't.
Okay.
So it's clear.
Okay. So, right, to wrap up this question. Oh, you said, are we cancelling Puff? Can I get a yes? Are we cancelling Puff?
No, blood.
Both.
For
It's past music.
we're not cancelling.
I mean, because his current music's trash anyway. If we're gonna keep it 100, the new stuff's awful.
But we can cancel him.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like when you say you're going to cancel an artist, how far do you go?
2003.
No. As in, do you go to the music that they've written, they've produced, they featured on?
No, because he's done everything.
To be fair, I stopped.
So it's not the music.
I've stopped listening to Kanye because he jars me. I actually haven't listened, and he would be one of my go-to artists. I haven't actually listened to a Kanye album in about 3 or 4 months because I can't stand him when he talks.
We're gonna have a conversation.
But he's not done anything cancelable.
Every time he opens his mouth, he upsets me. Every single time he opens his mouth, he annoys me.
No, but he hasn't done anything questionable.
No, he hasn't done. His whole life is questionable at this point. His whole life is questionable. His whole life is questionable. I don't listen to Kanye. He's ill. I'm ill too. I'm sick of people. Yeah, I'm ill too. It's awful. I don't listen to him. I don't listen to The Game because he annoys me. Yeah, but I haven't cancelled him. I just don't listen to him.
Okay, so.
Oh, it's classic.
Okay, so that I think everyone is not going to be cancelling Diddy in any capacity, really. So I think we're quite clear on that. So next question from your side.
Conferring like it's.
Do you guys need a bit more time?
This is what's Barry saying.
Go on, but speaking to the mic.
So we're going into the after dark sections. Okay. All right. So we want to know how important is foreplay, men versus women?
I would say that for both men and women, foreplay is.
I don't think you can answer for men. I think you need to
But
answer
instead
for
of
men.
say your answer for yourself. She's more confident in the speeches you're answering.
I think that foreplay is important for both men and women. It's an imperative part of the whole experience.
How long?
I think the thing is,
How long is a piece of string?
Well, yeah, because length is going to be subjective to the wants and needs of your partner. So obviously, once you get to know what they like, how long they
Came in
like
at the
it
right
for,
time, huh?
Because everyone's going to be different. Some people.
Yeah, may I ask for you?
Huh?
Okay, babe, you know we've done this before. you know I'm media trained.
Wait. What kind of conversations you lot having in here when I'm not here?
You missed it. She don't even want to release.
Dionne, go on.
Oh, it's one of them hidden ones. Okay.
Dionne, go on.
Okay. We're sitting on content now, yeah? Okay, when I don't get my phone call. All right. Okay, team. Wow. Hey, go on, Dionne.
What do you think, Kieron?
I don't. Wow. I'm in shock.
The thing is, what are you shocked for? I ain't said nothing.
Not to me. I haven't been privy to any of these conversations. It's supposed to be co-hosts. This is our thing. There's hidden footage that's not coming out. Hidden episodes, lost tapes.
So I think, like I said, I think it's dependent on the individual. I wouldn't be able to put a time on it. We've spoken about this before.
No, but I don't know why she's
we have.
We've spoken about this before.
A little bit.
No, wait, I'm not talking about
A little bit.
I'm talking about you.
No, what I'm saying is that we've had this discussion before on the podcast where I have said, for me,
That was the orgasm gap, wasn't it?
no, that wasn't orgasm.
No?
No, I can't remember. It was another episode because we had to do it.
Because we've done a lot, haven't we?
We have,
Yeah.
yes.
Except that one.
Fish or cheers?
Wow.
Style.
Wow. In it.
Catty. I got sisters, yeah? I got sisters, yeah?
I'm feeling a little bit attacked.
You should be. I'm attacking you. This whole segment might just be me attacking you still.
But hold on a second. But we did a whole episode. The last time we had a live, not the last time we had a live audio. No, we had the conversation. Remember, we were talking
But
about.
that episode got released, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah, I was gonna say it's coming.
You're sitting on this one.
Someone's coming, but you don't look like it. No, if that's you.
Go on, I'm gonna you cool down a second. But
I'm fine.
Yeah, it's important, man. You have to do. You can't drive a car without wheels, right?
Okay, I said for how
So
long?
as long as it's necessary. It might be 2 minutes, might be 5 minutes, might be.
Some people,
I mean, I hope it's not as long as an hour, because we got things to do. We're big people. We got things to do in the morning. You're not trying to start your car for an hour at night. You're trying to start your car for an hour, bro. No, but still, you get up to.
It depends on what car you're driving, because sometimes
I'm not trying to start my. I'm not. If the car doesn't start in the hour.
I'm not doing that.
If the car don't start in an hour, you might have to just give up and try again next time.
No.
Yeah, how long?
I've been drunk needing that moved.
Or also, you'd have the choke. When you choke the car. You're not too young to remember that. The choke.
Out to the audience. Do you feel like? What's the question?
How important is foreplay?
How important is foreplay? Can I get some audience participation? You, young man.
I think we've all disclosed that it's important, but how long is the main question?
Me personally,
Do market research.
boy, see that there? Boy, see that top hit there? Crazy. Not that long, still, not an hour.
Not an hour.
5 minutes max.
For what? 5 minutes.
Straight in it.
No, but hold on.
I'm not like, 5 minutes is good enough. Like, I'm good.
Let him land. The floor is yours, sir.
Wait, we want to hear what's done in the 5 minutes. Go on,
Okay.
Take off your eyeglass and talk. Yeah. What we did in 5 minutes, because I've got to take off the headband soon. What? They're being selfish, I feel like.
How's that? How's that being selfish? Go ahead.
No, you let me know. Elaborate on what you're talking about.
No, what are we talking about? Like in the session?
Play with the clitoris, or where would I do?
What? Like kiss on her neck, go down to her breasts, suck on those,
Like,
a bit,
Suck on those.
suck on those a little bit, and then play with you a bit, like tease you, kiss on your skin.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But obviously, me, I kind of like.
I mean, he's obviously got he's got a tried and proven method here.
We've done all that kind of stuff. We're face to face. Why is it all this teasing? You know what I mean? So.
That's what I was gonna say. I said no offense.
Do you know what? To his defense, if he was in a relationship, that would be okay. But if it's to no, I'm saying if he was in a if he was in a relationship, that would be decent. I'm not saying that would be forever. But the first couple of times, you would have, you're not saying no.
No, for me right now, what you just said, it shows that there's non-committal in the sense of you're just turning up for the event, but you're not in
He just there for boom boom.
That's
what I'm saying. So for the first couple of times, it would have been.
What's that? Like you're on the bench.
No, this is a season of moment. Get to the point. What happened? I don't know. Yeah.
I tried to defend you, babe. I did say at the beginning it would be a decent, but just sneak
Well, I mean,
if I had a woman, you would have make sure that she attended to the right.
In your defense, if you told people to run for 5 minutes, a lot of people can't run for 5 minutes, you know. So I'm just, so you know what I mean, like some it depends.
You can't compare running for 5 minutes and 4
I was just trying to help him out. I was just trying to help him out. And how old are you? 27. And this is sometimes it's the age thing. The age thing because me. No, for real.
27 is old enough.
Nah. It's an excuse still. It's an excuse. Me in my 20s compared to me now, it's two different people. I'm two different people, man. You learn, innit?
How you know you never start last?
No, we have to
Yeah, because he's still young. He's still young, man. We asked him this in 10 years' time. It'd be a completely different conversation, huh? I'm telling you, he'd be like, right, so, boom. Yeah, he'd be like 5 minutes.
I want to hear from round here because they got a whole heap of chat round here.
Can someone from the back come to the mic, please?
Which one? He said which one? He said which one? You! Tall man, come here, you!
But come to the mic, though, please.
Not me.
In regards to.
Do you know what?
Shy.
Can we not? You need a camera here.
Yeah.
Like reaction shots. The man went, who? What?
Personally, I just think that's a bit wild. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's a bit wild.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wild is in too short or too long?
Too short.
Too short.
That's it.
So where would I say,
Yeah.
friend?
Huh?
Where would I say? How long?
Longer than 5 minutes.
Longer than 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. I say no one wants to commit and incriminate themselves.
I don't want to promises I can't keep.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. No, it's true. It's true. No, it's true. It's true. 5 minutes. No, that's real. That is the realest thing.
Yeah, not doing it.
Sorry, I'm just wondering, yeah, if we're starting with 5 minutes, how long is the whole event going to be?
The whole event. The whole event.
For me,
I don't think he's talking about a quickie. He's talking about the tin.
no, but the drink will be a quickie, innit?
No, it could be. It could be.
The drink will be a quickie. Do you know what I mean? My thing is, for me, you know what I mean? I don't come until she does. Simple.
Oh, bless you. Take your crown.
Sounds cute. But that could be 5 minutes.
You better hurry up. You better hurry up.
It sounds very nice with your bow tie.
His whole wife's here.
So wife. The bow tie helps.
That's why you have to get yourself married. Get yourself a wife. Yeah, man, you gotta just do what you can do when you need to do it.
So the foreplay definitely takes time out of the actual.
Of course it does. It's supposed to be the prelude, isn't it?
But it sounds like, from the way that the room is split, it sounds like that it's a lot more important to women than it is to men.
It's important to men. It's definitely important to men. It's important to men. Because what man is saying it's not important to them? You have to do, get me there. Get me there. Get me. Don't just throw the chicken in the oven. Get me there. Yeah? Warm me up. See? Do you know what I mean? And that might start earlier on in the day. It might start in the morning, and then there's a whole build up. You have to there's got to be the foreplay is not always just touching, and sometimes it might be a whole 24-hour warm up. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like when you see the trailer for the film's not coming out for 6 months, but you want to see the film. It's the same thing. You're ready for it. You have women, and a lot of women. You know what? To be fair, a lot of women don't. Not to say they don't do it, but they're not accustomed, because a lot of guys don't do it for them. So because they don't get,
it's not reciprocal.
Yeah, so they'll just come and be like, all right, cool, because you've been getting away with some subpar performance over here, you come back and you feel like this is the norm. Yeah, you gotta but this would come, you have conversations with people. You have to talk.
Because it worked.
Yeah, it don't mean you can.
Over here.
Yeah, like
over here is not work.
Like you're trying to get fire. You know when you get the wood and you do this. Yeah, but that's why conversation. You don't really. Unless you're having a one night stand, you don't really sleep with somebody unless you have a conversation with them first. Huh?
My front is still dry.
I wasn't talking about. This is about me. You missed the analogy there.
Yeah. No, I'm saying no, I hear that, but my front is still dry.
This gentleman's made a comment about he doesn't come until his partner comes. Yeah, and you also said about it's about the giving and receiving. Yeah. And so that's what we were saying. So when you said about the whole 5 minute, I don't know what could be exchanged in that 5 minutes.
You get 2.5 minutes each.
Because at the end of the day.
Oh, what do you mean the whole? Okay, so what are you guys talking about?
Alright, I'm gonna talk the team. So, same like this man was on, he said everything else. I'm a person that if I'm with a partner, I want to know that I'm turning him on. So as long as I'm turning him on, that's what's turning me on. So do you see what I mean? So it's a case of it's a giving and taking kind of thing. So it's not a case of just me in there. And I have to know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Here's your crown.
Don't take the piss.
No, she's right. It's right. It's true. It's got to be a. Otherwise, you're gonna have a dead experience, boy. But it's a learning curve as well. It's not because I take me at 27, I was awful.
Thank
I wasn't really interested in any. Like, I wasn't interested. It was about me. Of course it was. And it's supposed to be when you're 27. No, but it's true. It's supposed to be. It's when you're in your 20s. It's supposed to be about you. It's not really supposed to be about the other person. The older you get, is the more. Yeah, the older you get, is the more you start understanding how other people work, and you start caring about how other people work, and you start really trying to do trying to do stuff.
You actually wanna woo.
You
and selfish with it too.
No, sometimes your body doesn't even make it work. if we're gonna keep it 100, when
there's a woman that you like, you would go, you would do the most.
No, you would do the most, and sometimes you don't even get to do anything. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't. And it's done.
At least you try.
Sometimes your body says no, and that's the reality of it. In your 20s, and I lost my virginity at 17. It was, the first encounter was all right. The second one was a bit subpar. In between, there are women that will watch this and swear blind I'm terrible in bed, because I was then. Now it's a complete different thing. But then.
What's now? From what age?
If you've been affected by forced sex with Kieron,
30, like, you can't even get to do it again now, it's too late. But, like, 30, I think I really got...
35.
35.
That's a huge range.
Yeah, 35. Before that, I'm telling you, I've had some appalling experiences that I buckled under pressure. Real talk, it's happened to everybody.
For men, is it a mind thing? Like,
of course it is. Of course it is. And if you overthink it too... It is it.
When you're younger, you just everything's a cut.
Yeah.
As you're older,
and you know what messes it up as well? It's true. You know what messes it up as well? It's porn.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, porn that you don't see masses and masses of foreplay in porn. You just see the man comes in the yard. He comes to fix the washing machine. She says something. He says something else. He turns around. She's naked. He puts his tools down. Then next scene, you don't really see. There's no warm ups in your mind. In your mind. I mean, I hope it doesn't in my house. When someone comes around to fix the machine later. But, fix something else. You're wondering why are you so? The machine's fixed. He did a really good job. Why are you so happy? Who fixes machines?
in the building.
Mr. Fix It.
Right, where we're going.
He definitely has. Tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Never. See, but in porn, you're the guy. And that is what is wrong with a lot of stuff. Because I will swear, people will swear blind, oh my God, you must go to people's houses and the women just throw it at you all the time. No. But in porn, that's what happens. And this is the problem. Your first experiences of sex, to be honest, it's never really about the woman.
That's unfortunate.
It's always about us. And it's a man's world, isn't it? It's always about us. It's selfish. It's a horrible thing. It's selfish. You're right. But so it does sometimes. And until it doesn't. And then when it changes, then everybody's happy. I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. So
most of the time.
What are we concluding then?
It's important. Everybody must do more.
5 minutes is not enough.
Lessons learned.
Joe, I'm riding for you still. Come. They're giving you a hard time. I'm with you still. A whole heavyweight boxer can get knocked out in 3 minutes. Yeah? I'm telling you, don't worry. You have some things ahead of you, my brother. I wish you nothing but luck. I'm telling you, 3 years, when you hit 30, you're gonna be doing some things. When you hit, I lie when you get cramped. Your whole leg seizes, and you're trying to firm it. What's the matter? Nothing. Yes, we've all been there. Don't worry, man. I'm telling you, it's all right. Don't worry. God has a plan for you. It's all right.
Take their foolish advice, just.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Okay, so next topic. I think that's you.
Oh, lovely.
Hold on, sorry. Did you haven't done yours yet, have you?
Oh, you got one?
No, I don't.
You sure?
No, yes, you do because that's
He's still thinking.
No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to do it right now, but I'll just double checking. You haven't done yours. Okay, Tash.
Leave him alone. Medical brethren, come here.
Okay, so what I'm noticing is that if guys are linking different girls and everything else, and they find out that one of the girls they're linking is actually linking different guys.
But we're crushed.
Why?
We're crushed. We're crushed.
Because it's double standard.
Because it's you know what? Yes.
Okay, let me back up.
And it makes no sense. It's ignorant as well. So it makes no sense. But that's just how men sometimes think.
Okay, so I went out for my birthday, and by chance I was just at a hotel by myself, enjoying myself, and I met a young lady, and she had been still up on a date, and I said to her, "Well, you've paid for the suite and everything else. Do you have a second?"
A whole suite.
She paid for the suite.
Break glass in case of emergency. Ting.
Sorry, I'm stuck on the bit that she paid for the suite.
That's what you're stuck on?
Well, yeah, can we skip?
She had a replacement killer.
Nice. In case of emergency.
I respect it though still. I respect it.
But I asked her, and I didn't feel no way asking her.
As friends.
Like I said, no, we didn't know each other. I just said to her, "Do you have a second?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, no offense, don't make it go to waste. Call your second."
And and I mean it makes sense obviously because it makes sense, and I respect her for doing it. But for some of us, I think, as enlightened as I think I am in my old age, there are times that I've been in situations where I've been seeing somebody and they've said that they're going on a date, and you feel a little bit away, like, what do you mean you're going on a date?
But she's not your
You
official
got
thing.
the best of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes. And And you know what it is? And I know
Ego.
That's exactly what it is.
But what I don't understand is, men make it specifically clear that they do not want to be in a relationship with the thing that they're linking. So she's gone on another date.
Yeah, but then
Where your belly hurt your from?
it's not even the belly. It's just like who's managed to get you to go out with them? And who you going out with? And then you start thinking, I wonder if yeah, that's what we think. 100%. Curiosity. Curiosity. I'm telling you.
I get that.
For me, there has been times that curiosity will have you thinking, who are you going out with?
Is it? I was just about to say, is it better than you?
Not like that. No. Never that. That's odd. Never that. Never that. I'm not.
What is it that? What is
You just think, well, I wonder who that is. Why you never said nothing?
I misunderstood.
Yeah, you just wonder.
Okay,
It's curious. It's like
I
curiosity.
thought you meant like who would be linking you? Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
About me, that's making you not want to go out with me, but go out with this guy.
While all the while we are going out and we are getting numbers from many other women. Yeah, that's just how it works. Again, young me would have been all over that. You get older, it's like, cool, whatever, we're not in nothing, so it's fine, whatever. But
it still touches you slightly.
not really, not now. I mean, I'm not like, yeah. I don't want
Too
to
old for them type of
put too
arrangement.
much of myself out there like that. But
It's a lot of arrangement.
Doesn't that make you maybe step your game up? Because maybe there's something that you're not doing.
They don't like.
but no, sometimes because then it's competition now. Then it's competition now. Like, you're right. Then it's competition.
You don't understand. Him don't like her. Him just don't want nobody else to have her.
Competition. Yeah.
Literally, and that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's ego. It's ego.
They don't like her, no.
But don't get twisted. Women do it too. No, women. Let's not. Men operate off ego, but women do it too. Don't get it twisted. Women will blatantly do it, and you lot will do it to a point where you'll know that this person is going somewhere with this person. You'll turn up there.
No, I'm not doing that still.
Because I've heard it. I've heard that happen. You've turned up there because you want to see who he's out on a date with. So women do the same thing. It's just we always get no. Women do the same thing. Man.
Girls, not women.
Yeah, but certain guys too.
Girls, not women. There is a difference.
Yeah,
Because you
there's
see,
women that do it as well.
Your gender mates be acting up too.
Well, them gender mates have got some mental health issues.
Your gender mates be acting up too.
A woman with no self-esteem and no
They do it. They do it. Ego.
Turning up to go and do what?
Ego. To
What
peep.
are you doing?
To peep. Yes. To peep.
For just a link.
To peep.
Somebody I'm linking.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. I've seen it.
I do.
I have witnessed it.
It depends.
I've witnessed it. I've seen it.
No, do you know what? I love the self-awareness and accountability. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, bro.
That's me, but I've done a little odd stuff.
Yeah.
I have, but I wouldn't say I've gone the full mile to be like, yo.
Because even if you're saying to someone you don't want to be with them, right? If you've been seeing them for a certain amount of time, there are feelings there. So regardless whether you're I'm telling you I don't want to be with you. It's not that, and you're saying it's not that too. But after a year or however long, this is a thing now because I'm seeing you.
This is why there has to be a 12-week period.
Oh, that's 12 weeks.
Yeah, you see this
12 weeks.
Year, 2 year, 3 year linking thing.
Yeah, this is a situationship.
But that's a whole. I think this is a whole other topic.
Situationships.
It is a whole other topic.
There's a lot.
You can say what you're saying, but you see the reality of the situation.
There are a lot of people in happy situationships, you know.
Yeah, people are happy.
That is not a situationship. That is a shit.
No, it's not. They're happy.
It depends.
Shit situation.
No, sometimes people are happy, mum.
So I think what I'm trying to say is in the sense that sometimes you may have a married couple, and I do not agree with cheating, but sometimes in a married couple relationship,
I've said
certain things aren't working. And they may need to go outside.
Left.
It's not. You said that go and take show up because you said that no, but you see when it happens.
Yeah, man. There's some people. There's some people that function. There's some people that function better.
I'm disciplined back too. You see when it comes to the situation.
There's some people in a non-committal.
Certain type of thing.
Yeah, because the thing is
that's how juju stick. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you put juju palm, then that's it. That's juju body.
I think everyone has different styles of relationships that work for them at a specific period. So, at one point you might be happy with a situationship, or just a straight ship. Do you know what I mean? So you just have to know what you have the capacity to deal with. Yeah. And know like stay in your lane and know what you can deal with and what you can't. Mm-hmm. And if you're somebody, because there's oftentimes you have friends and they're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna link him, like it's not gonna be nothing. And then before you know it, they're crying 40 days and 40 nights.
I went to do Christmas. I went to his house. I went and sat with his mum. I met his mum for Christmas, but it's just my link as friends. I went to his house for Christmas as friends.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is cat. So we can say as much as situations as we can, but just the reality of the situation is.
But in answer to your question, it's ego. When men do it, it's ego. 100%.
He got a big ego.
100%.
Such a huge ego.
Definitely.
But I love his big ego.
I don't like it.
Okay, next question.
You got one now. I know you got one now.
Yeah.
Do you think men's mental health is considered in this day and age today?
Nope. Unfortunately not.
It's funny, an article came up about mental health in black men. Yeah. It went, you about to click on it and the thing updates and you can't find it again. But yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Because it's not, it's not, because it's not, especially for us as well, we're not supposed to be, we don't want to be deemed as being weak.
You lot are the strong one.
Yeah, we're supposed to be, right? Yeah, of course.
But that's not the question. What he said was, is men's mental health considered in this day and age? Considered by who?
By
everyone,
like
society,
people, black women as well,
police, everybody,
black women, and just society in general.
Okay. All right. So, for me personally, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of black men behind closed doors, and no one would ever know that I speak to these men on a regular occasion, and people just find me and speak to me, right? And what I will say is that yes, the health system isn't necessarily set up for black people in general to really cater towards their mental health. That's one. But on the other side, there is so much things and information that people can partake in, but you have to actively make that choice. So, like, for example, a lot of people say to me, oh, you know, affordability, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, at a point when I wasn't working, because for me, my mental well-being was so important, I sacrificed in order to get therapy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it depends on what is important to you. There's so many. You've got the Black and Asian Therapy Network that has specifically black therapists. Okay, so you can go through the profile. You can pick a man. You can pick a woman. But I do feel like there needs to be a bit more of a push to encourage black men to really take the step to work towards their mental well-being. Now, obviously, there are cultural aspects to it. There's even the patriarchal aspect of men being strong. But I think everybody must now see that you only have a small cup of capacity, yeah? And right now, a lot of people are spilling over. You're spilling. So at what point are you going to now be like, I need to do something about this?
Exactly. Stop relying on society.
You'd be surprised who will be open to like listening if you have a problem as well. Like, it's a lot of time people say we ain't got no one to talk to, but cause we've had. I've been struggling a lot for the last maybe year and a half, and I've been able to call Dionne, and we have. It's helped a lot. Like, I just vent, and she's just there on the phone listening. A year ago, I would have said I ain't got no one to talk to, or a year and a bit ago, I would have said I ain't got no one to talk to. I've got someone right here, and there's. Do you know what I mean? It is, yeah, and you don't want to feel like you're being judged as well.
So you need to see within yourself, and you need to acknowledge that there's a problem, and then you need to seek.
As well, sometimes it's not your brethren. It's not one of the man them that you're gonna need to have the conversation with, because a lot of times, a lot of times it's women. We say, oh, they don't listen to what we're saying, and they don't think, and they don't. But if you ring up one of your female brethren and say, listen, I'm struggling, you know. If that's your people, she's gonna say, what's going on? What's happening? And they're not gonna say, oh, man up. Your brethren will say, the man will say, but man up, it's not that bad. Nah, come on, we're going out later on. No, but it's true.
Okay, so a question to the men in the room. Why is it then when or if your friend has ever said, I'm struggling, why is your response to say, man up?
Did you notice any change in his behaviour, or was it just like no?
They act.
Yeah.
So my cousin saying, have you been found in the park? Wow.
Sometimes, a lot of when I speak to young men, a lot of them say they don't say to their friends is because they don't think their friends have the capacity to handle it. Hand over.
And you don't want to feel like you're dumping it. You don't want to feel like you're dumping on somebody. But sometimes you have to.
I don't want to burden the next one with my team.
Yeah, sometimes, but that's your brethren. Yeah.
You could be talking to your brethren on a serious level, and their missus might phone their phone, or they something to do with their kids.
And they gotta go. They gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't know. Life is life for them.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're a burden for them.
That's true.
I think it starts a lot younger.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Very high suicide rates within men.
Yeah.
Men aren't reaching out.
15 to 30s.
I think they're not taught to reach out.
No, we're not.
Yeah. To come from that stereotype of our ancestors of no, men aren't supposed to be having problems, men are supposed to be strong. And then again, I don't think a lot of guys think they can speak to people or feel comfortable because of their very as well.
I think we also need to take accountability as women. I think in regards to the women raising some of these young men who cannot talk, because they're placing that emphasis on the male stature in that house. We also need to take accountability as women with men when we talk about what are you crying for and throw things back in their face. Take accountability. That kind of behaviour is unacceptable. And when you see your friends do that, check them. Because you see what it is there's a lot of women running out here, because I'm a wife. But you don't know how to talk to a man. You don't know how to receive him. You don't know how to listen. And you don't know how to understand. And the moment you don't choose to do those things, you then can't call yourself not for my wife, go sit down.
Oof.
I get that's a good
See, we got depth, you know. We got depth, you know. We mixing a lot of ignorant stuff, but we got some depth here still.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's that too.
It's a lot.
Do you know what the thing is? And I always say to people as well. Why I always say to people as well is that I know it might seem a little bit excessive, but you see, before we enter into relationships, marriages, having children, there's a lot of self-awareness work that needs to be done, which isn't done. So then what happens is you get two people who are very complex in their own individual ways that come together that further complicate things and further damage the mental well-being and health of each other. Could you just give us a bit of insight in terms of the difficulties, full stop, of people coming to therapy?
Like with a lot of issues in general, consequences tend to build up with any issue, right? So initially you kind of think you can handle it, and then maybe it has more of an impact, and then more of an impact, and more of an impact. And it kind of gets to a point of crisis mode that you then tend to seek support. And obviously, even from that point, again, childhood is really important to consider. Your support network is important to consider. There's so many things that can influence how you deal with or handle certain situations. So, yeah, I think, like someone was saying, in terms of how you then communicate with someone when they're younger, like what are the rules that you're instilling in them in terms of how they should deal with their emotions and situations? Are you creating an environment where it's actually okay to talk about your emotions? Are you creating that kind of language in the home, or is it kind of just shut down? Culturally, obviously there's systemic issues in terms of the support that's actually available, and how so many different systems influence like how we then relate and interact with, whether it's government, whether it's police, whether it's health, whether it's, there's so many layers. So I don't think it's a clear-cut answer as such, because everyone is an individual in a society doing individual things. But I also think there needs to be a consideration around, from young, as you were saying, and even in the support that they've got currently, what is the kind of environment that you're creating in terms of having these conversations, essentially. Because when you get to a crisis point and you contact the NHS or you reach out, the waiting list is crazy. Like, it's about 6 to 8 months, longer, depending on what the situation is. And by that point, you're already in crisis, because that's why you're reaching out. So I think it's also being able to detect when the issues are actually starting, when the changes in behaviour are starting, when there's starting to have an impact on your functioning. And there's so many different layers to this, so it's really, really complex. But I think, like with a lot of things, being aware is really important. Being able to identify the changes is really important within yourself and with the people that you're relating to and connecting with as well. And obviously the waiting lists are an issue. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I love the way your energy just commanded the room. Everyone was just like...
because it was real stuff. Yeah, you have to, when people are dropping gems, you have to listen, man.
Yeah.
You have to listen.
Okay, well, if you have been affected by anything that we've spoken about in this particular segment, if you go to the website www.lovelaidbare.com/resources, there is a list of support services there. In addition, if you are based in the UK, I've listed the Black and Asian Therapy Network. If you're in the UK or the US, I've also listed support services there. So it's www.lovelaybear.com/resources. Do we have any other questions? Was any other topics, or was that the last one? The last one?
Last one.
Oh, we're on a roll.
Yeah, I mean,
56 minutes.
Yeah, can split it in half, you know what I mean?
Split into 4.
We could.
Not just a pretty face,
Yeah,
huh?
innit?
Yeah. Think about that the next time you lot are doing something without me.
Okay. Hold on. Cardo.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yeah, no.
God forgives, I don't.
You're doing all this with him, and you. No. But you're doing all this with him, right? But hold on. That episode that I did you not ask Kieron and he couldn't come?
No. When?